Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where it's early, but it's noon somewhere. And I'm thrilled to have from Alpine Distillery, we've got Rob Sargent here, and welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. You guys have been going since March, but it feels like years, and I'm thrilled to finally have you in the studio.
Well, I'm very thrilled to be here. Yeah, certainly has been a passion project. And
yeah, indeed.
It's taken a while. We started back in October of 15. And then that transitioned out of my last job, and December of 15 I sort of made the official jump, and so finally to have products that people can buy is quite thrilling.
What made you decide that this is an area you wanted to go into? Because it's not, let's just be honest, this is a scary venture for anybody, and we watch some big companies go into this and still struggle.
Yeah, that's the big question, right? I have a culinary background, and I love flavor. I was fortunate to spend some time in Europe for high school and college, and I always remember the sort of joy of friends just sitting around and having something regional, something that reflected the area. So if you're in Bavaria and you have something, and so I always kind of thought that was missing in the Rocky Mountain region. There are some great crafts. Certainly, High West has done a tremendous job.
For sure.
An amazing brand.
And they're hardly regional anymore. They have just gone on to be world renowned.
Yeah, they're very global. Yes,
right?
Yes.
But there's a space for other fellows to make it to that level, other groups, because when we look at Europe, many small crafters have managed to get here.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's exciting for us. I mean, like the preserved liqueur, we're serving in Hong Kong and Shanghai. We did an event in Goa last week in India.
Wow.
It's in Edinburgh, Scotland, and so it's kind of...
So you're huge in Japan.
Yeah.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah, that's right. We are huge in Japan. Well, and it was exciting. We participated in the Wine and Spirits Expo in Hong Kong last November, and people ask, well, what do people say about Utah? And it was fun for me because every 10th person would come up and say, Park City. They said, we honeymooned in Utah. And we go here. I motorcycle, and I had one guy that kept coming by to talk about Bonneville. A couple of people talk about, obviously, the state parks. And it's being a steward of this amazing state really has been it's not part of the business plan, but it's been an unexpected joy to kind of share the spirit of Summit County, if you would, and the spirit, double entendre.
I was just going to say, we need to come up with one called the Spirit of Utah.
Yeah, there needs to be like a cheese thing. I'm sorry about that, but but it really is quite exciting, and there's So you ask why? Because we've lived here for 7 years. My boys are 8 and 11. They're
we had one of them on the program here.
Yeah, Wesley, who's this week is his last week of Parley's Park. So we'll be drinking and sort of we've had
everybody but Wesley.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. My wife and I will be. But it's an amazing place to live, and we wanted to make sure that we created a brand and products that were worthy of the Summit County name. And actually, we just found out this week, so the preserved liqueur and the Lafayette, which is our flavored bourbon, this won gold last year at the largest consumer tasting event, and this one is the platinum, this one is category. Well, we just found out this week that actually our single malt was the only gold medal winning American single malt whiskey at the same event. So so we're pretty excited. So we've got 2 golds, a platinum, and then our vodka won silver.
Wow, 2 golds. So this is one of the gold winners.
That's the platinum, actually.
This is the platinum.
Yeah.
Let's crack that open.
Please.
Ooh, that is amazing. All right, talk to me about this. What is this one?
So first of all, the preserve, I'll give a shout out to Nell Larson with Swanner. We live in Ranch Place. We're right on the Swanner Nature Preserve. And I was looking for a way to transition out of the last job. As I mentioned, we're sitting on the deck. The sun was setting. Our view is towards like the Uintas.
Right.
And I took a picture with my cell phone, and I said, well, what if I turn those colors into flavor? And which sounds like
it sounds very artistic.
Sounds like a 3rd grade project, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely sounds like a Parley's Park project. But I started going through it and looking at black tea for the outline, looking at the reds, the oranges, the yellows. And so what we've got a black tea and blood orange with ginger. That's the dominant flavors. But it also has lemon balm. It's got raspberry. And if you notice, hopefully you like that smell.
Very citrusy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely smell.
It should be full of bouquet. That's a big part of it.
A little floral-ish. What am I smelling floral speaking?
Probably that tea.
The tea.
Yeah, probably the acid with the tea. But one of the things that was missing, a lot of liqueurs are very viscous. They're very thick and
this
syrupy
is
and
not.
sweet. No, it's not at all. And
so this is pretty light on the sugar scale too, then?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 20% alcohol. We're really excited. I mean, this is being used in cocktail. I never bartended, so I don't know how to prescribe the drink, sorry. And it's really neat to see professional bartenders and places in town doing some really amazing stuff with it. So.
All right, well, let's give this a shot here. Here's to turning that pitcher into a drink.
Thanks.
Wow. Lovely.
Thanks.
That is amazing.
Thanks.
Almost like a light orange flavored liqueur in a sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Is what you end up with.
Yeah, that blood orange is pretty delightful. It's been fun too.
No aftertaste.
Well, it's nice. The ginger was the hard part of this actually was ginger. When you add ginger, it tends to be ginger.
Overpowering.
Yeah, and so
You went real easy on that.
real easy. So I like that I still taste ginger, which is really nice. So,
Yeah, that is the lingering part of this.
which
the
is
ginger.
and it's delicious. So well, I think. Sorry, I don't mean to be presumptuous.
Not at all. No, I think you've definitely hit it on the head there.
Thanks,
That's
thanks.
amazing. All right.
you,
It's too bad we don't have clean glasses. My apologies. Apologies.
okay.
As we step up to the next one, we should have a sorbet in between.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Right?
That'd be
But,
good.
You know, we gotta make do here.
Well, as a classic aperitif, one of the nice things about this is, you can add seltzer water and lemon or lime and sit by the pool.
all you would need.
That's it. And it's only 20% alcohol, so it's not going to knock you out. It's quite nice.
Wow, it's a great alternative to say somebody who really loves a Grand Marnier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I really like.
Yeah.
This is a terrific alternative.
Well,
to that.
great. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Wonderful stuff right
Thanks.
there. All right. This is the single malt.
This is the single malt, which was barreled in October of 15, and it's
You'll need to.
Okay.
You have no choice. I guess we could mix.
Yeah. Oh, you can absolutely mix so.
Okay. So we're gonna give that one a shot.
And then what we did is we brought it into Park City and added French oak. What I wanted to do is I want to celebrate grain. So hopefully you notice banana, the cocoa, so all of the flavors that actually come from the grain, the barley itself, is really wanting to celebrate. There are a couple camps with whiskey. If you want to celebrate what wood does, well, frankly, High West makes some of the best in the world. Frankly, I mean, we can all enjoy a rendezvous.
This smells different than High West.
It's very very different. And the big thing is this is really a celebration of the grain. This is really sort of what does barley taste like with a very subtle and deliberate wood influence. So the French oak gives up its vanilla spice very early. So what we did is we added French oak here in Park City. I'm in Silver Creek, and we pulled it only after 2 months. And so what you get is you get a little bit of spice. And when you taste it, you'll get that little bit of that vanilla spice, and then hopefully you'll linger with a nice mocha.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a deep flavor and a really nice deep aftertaste.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah.
Your culinary skills, did you ever think they were going to translate to liquor?
No, never did. My wife's happy that I cook, and the boys are, but no, it's really exciting to go into. Actually, we're working with the Aroma Academy in Scotland. It looks like we're going to be the exclusive provider of this fundamentals of flavor tasting portfolio. So instead of doing a tasting where you just come in and taste my stuff, which is great.
Tastings are terrific, yeah, but
we're going to do a foundations of flavor. So where does that banana flavor come from?
So you try some of those individual flavors,
absolutely,
and then get to the liquor.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and I've participated in it. I've done about 3 days, and we did it with a Top Shelf group a couple weeks ago, and they just loved it. And what's nice is that we end up doing a blind tasting of like 8 different whiskeys, all different styles, and you're kind of tuned into, okay, what is it that I really like?
Right.
And then you can purchase that. So if you want a big heavy wood whiskey, then let's steer you in that direction. If you want something more grain, so. So anyway,
this is the spice. Now this is a different flavor altogether.
Yeah, so 2 women I was trying to please with this. I don't, my wife, because she doesn't like whiskey.
Okay.
And then my great-great-grandmother who used to on the farm in Kentucky. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay. Well, then you should know a little bit about this.
Yes, yeah, and I'm an executive bourbon steward, which is a nice sort of sommelier of the whiskey world. So it's a nice. So this is apricot and cinnamon.
Yeah, I can smell the apricot right off the bat. And okay, it's a different type of cinnamon though, or something. There's something different.
What makes the nose neat is it's got primrose in it. It's the local touch.
Okay.
Which primrose has no taste.
Because this is a subtle, kind of a mild cinnamon smell.
Yes, good.
I don't know how else to describe that.
Well, I believe in the Italians. Speaking of cooking, so the Italians call this thing agrodolce. So if you use sweet, you got to use spicy. If you use sour, you get pungent. Sort of balance. And so I never would just want to put apricot in. And so, with all due respect to honey whiskeys and
I'm
apple
all about the
whiskeys,
apricot hefeweizen, but it tastes like apricot.
Yeah. So I like
that's it.
I like the contra because it's better for you, I think. So.
Wow, this is great. Okay, that gets the nose a little more.
Yeah.
That's the spice.
That's the spice.
What are you using there? What are some of the spicy?
The bourbon's a bigger whiskey than the single malt is, so it carries more wood. It carries more sort of punch.
Does this have sort of a tea kind of a flavor? There's something like bergamot kind of flavor to me.
Interesting. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that's a balance. I think that's great though.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That you can pull things out. And depending on what time of day it is, depending on what you're having to eat, all those flavors, ideally, it's so well balanced.
This with a steak would be perfect.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's really neat. For example, the Spur is combining these two with a grilled lime juice, and it's just, it's dangerously delicious.
Wow.
So.
All right, speaking of dangerously, we're down to the last bottle, so to speak, and we have just moments. Now, your vodka, let's talk about that. You guys are, this essentially would be gluten-free, right?
It's gluten-free, non-GMO, and all
using corn.
And all my products are kosher. Yep.
Right. Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Excellent.
Wow. So the key with this,
six times
distilled, yeah. So the idea, really, vodka kind of falls into two camps. You can make a neutral spirit, or you can make something with character. And, people are making vodka with milk and with strawberries and everything else. Really, what I want to talk about with this is we're in Silver Creek for a reason. We pull water from the aquifer up there. Everyone in that region does. But we worked with water science on engineering a water source that we use citric acid to bring it to a slightly acidic state. The reason that we do this, my father was heavily involved in this, is we use citric acid to bring it to a 6.8 pH, because when you add fruits like lemon or lime, people think they're acidic, but they actually have no sugar in them. So we digest them as an alkaline product. So, and I know it's too early, I'm probably boring.
No, I like the science.
But what happens is, ideally, is the persistent vodka allows you to have an almost immediately acceptable product. So instead of the body having to really process and
to manage the fact your higher pH.
Yeah. So that's what we've got. It's a really neutral spirit. It's got a nice smoky sort of sweet. That all comes from the water, frankly, not from the grain.
Well, and we know that Utah is hard water.
Yeah.
Not easy to work with, but when you add citrus to it, that immediately makes that a little easier.
It does. And it's been really exciting, actually. And it's the same water that we cut with everything, and that's been a big been a big plus. So.
All right. Well, here's to a little vodka and the last drink.
Thank you so much.
Oh my.
It's good, right?
Good is hardly putting it mildly. That is amazing, is what it is.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
You have really taken this on like a chef. You're the chef of of so many great distilled items here. This is amazing.
I do want to say real quickly too that it's important that we give back to Summit County. So the products have charitable arms in Summit County. So the preserve, you can imagine, is a fundraiser for preserve. So this summer, 2.5% of sales go back to the Eco Center. To do with whatever they want. I wish they'd bring the goats back, but that's none of my business.
Me too.
So backcountry, the persistent is a persistent avalanche, and so this is for backcountry awareness for that. And then the Lafayette, we want to drive funds to the school district so they have money available for nursing education and stuff. So we want to be a responsible party. Again, being a steward, as I mentioned earlier, of this is an incredible honor. And I'm glad that you like everything, and I'm just tickled to share.
To say like it is putting it mildly. And as we go out to commercial break and come into the second hour, let me say that you should go out and give these a taste yourself. They can find them where?
Well, we'll be in the state store soon. We've been told that we'll be there this month, but right now I'm at we have a retail store, and we're at the corner of Division and Silver Creek. My office has a beautiful view of the back of the Sinclair station. So right there where the gas station is.
Maybe you can come up with something inspired by that next.
Yes, but we have great water, and we are putting together some Father's Day packages and stuff, so if anyone wants to come out and get them as their husbands or dads set up.
That sounds great. It's a great Father's Day gift, and as a father too. Father, thanks for letting your sons come on representing our Summer Fun Reading program. We certainly appreciated that. Wesley, it was a lot of fun to have on the program.
Thank you.
It's great having you here as well.
Thank you
so much. It's great having you join us here on the Mountain Morning Show, and we will be back with more of the second hour right after these messages.